Hey guys, welcome back to the Wall Street Bull. Anthony here. I hope you're all doing well and staying positive out there. It is never dull and a boring moment in crypto finance and the stock market. That is why I love doing updates on this channel. Now today is going to be a dividend stock portfolio update. I'm going to be going through what I've been dollar cost averaging into. I've changed my strategy for my dividend investing. Why? Because I'm wanting that monthly income, because in the future, this portfolio is going to continue to grow and flourish and provide cash flow every single month. And my strategy is, once crypto goes parabolic, take profits, put it into my dividend stock portfolio. That'll provide cash flow for the rest of time. It would never need to be sold, which is incredible. So again, I'm going to get into this, guys. So let's do it. Massive shout out and thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now, if you are new, make sure you smash the subscribe button down there and turn on that little bell notification as well, because as you can see right here, absolutely love documenting my journey with investing with cryptos, dividend stocks, growth stocks, talking about passive income, building financial freedom, and of course, my goal at the end of the day is to build generational wealth. So come along this incredible journey. Things are just getting crazy in this space. Also, if you can give this video a thumbs up and watch it straight through, it would really help me push this channel out to a lot more people, because the YouTube algorithm is absolute magic when you find, ladies and gentlemen, do that. Okay, so make sure you give it a good thumbs up. Doesn't cost you anything. It's down there. Thank you very much. You guys absolutely rock. Also, a little disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and due diligence with this stuff. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I do have a playlist set up here, by the way, on the channel. Obviously, you can see right here that the dividend stocks, this is how I essentially got started on YouTube. And yeah, I'm buying XOM and basically SPHD, some dividend paying stocks. Now, I changed my strategy from lower dividend yields. Now I'm going to those much higher dividend yields. So I'm going to show you this stuff right now. I use Stake here in Australia. There is a referral link below for this. Please feel free to use it. You will get a stock in Dropbox, GoPro, or Nike. And again, I've been using Stake for now nearly 4.5 years. So they have had an increase in their fees recently, but doesn't matter. This is the best app in my opinion. Now, Stake, obviously my portfolio is valued at $60,144 US, which again has taken me a long time to get to. I'm up 12.71% in total in the portfolio, and I've been increasing my positions in higher dividend yield stocks as an example, and I should say funds, closed-end funds, covered call ETFs, a whole range of stuff. Now, CLM is one stock, Cornerstone Strategic Value Fund, that I have been dollar cost averaging into. I have had a pretty decent return on this, which is nice. The yield is sitting at 17.26%. And for those of you who don't know what Cornerstone is, let's just have a quick read. Is Strategic Value Fund. The fund is closed-end fund diversified management investment company, and the fund's investment objective is to seek long-term capital appreciation through investment primarily in equity securities of the United States and non-US companies. Very, very bullish on this stock, guys, because again, it's providing me monthly cash flow at a yield of 17.26%. And I just want to point out that this investment strategy does not necessarily mean that this stock is going to go up in value. However, the dividends being paid certainly substitutes that growth in the stock. So I'm getting that in dividends, which is nice. Cash flow. Anyway, I currently hold 605 shares of CLM, and obviously with a total return right here of basically 3.32, I should say. It is down. And again, $5,188 in equity, which again has taken me a while to get to, but it's really nice. This provides insane cash flow, and I'm going to get to that in a moment, so stick with me. A new fund that I've added to the portfolio is Bito. And obviously, I'm a nut crypto investor, and Bito is a ProShares Bitcoin strategy ETF. Now, this provides monthly cash flow, and it pretty much flows with the price of Bitcoin. It moves with the price of Bitcoin, which is nice. So this is a new addition to my dividend portfolio. Currently has a yield of 51.19%, which is insane. And my equity is $243, and I have 15 shares of this. I'm down, obviously, on total, which is 3.72. However, this is going to be made up in dividends, which are paid out every single month. Now, this is crazy, and again, I discovered this not long ago, but ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF is an exchange-traded fund incorporated in the USA. The ETF seeks capital appreciation. There can be no assurance on the fund that will achieve this investment objective. The fund does not invest directly in Bitcoin. The fund seeks to provide capital appreciation primarily through actively managed exposure to Bitcoin futures contracts. Anyway, this one's a new one, monthly dividends, and that is obviously a part of the crypto world, and that is something that I love. Moving down, we have some other favorites, of course. We have QYLD. one of my other big positions right here. And as you can see, it is a yield of 11.38%. This provides monthly cash flow. $17.91 is the value of the stock at the moment. I've had a 3.49% return. I currently hold 346 shares of this, which is nice. Yield is at 11.38. Now, obviously, you can see right here, it obviously writes covered calls on the NASDAQ, which is the tech sector, which normally the NASDAQ does not provide any cash flow in general. I mean, they are tech stocks. They reinvest that capital back into the company. So it's nice to see this, that they write covered calls on the NASDAQ. So again, another fund, and I should say stock, that I'm very, very bullish on is QYLD. Now, one that's really risky, and I probably shouldn't recommend that anyone invest in this, is USOI, unless you are, well and truly prepared for some volatility here. But USOI is an X-Links crude oil covered call ETF, just purely on crude oil. I love oil. Just seen some crazy returns. Stock price is at $79. The dividend yield is at 28.09%, which is crazy. I currently hold 28 shares of this, 2,284. This provides monthly dividends. However, those dividends are basically calculated on the 6th day of every single month. And again, this was just bought out by UBS Bank because this was a Credit Suisse fund, and it writes covered calls on crude oil. So USOI is an insane one. It is an exchange-traded note, which does have an expiry in 2032. Just keep that one in mind. A new addition also, ladies and gentlemen, which has an insane dividend yield, is Klip, K-L-I-P. Here it is here, guys. Now, again, this one's a new one, $19.56 per share. It is up 0.36 on the day. A yield of 51.41%, which is insane. I'm down 0.3% as well, and this one is definitely one that I'm going to be accumulating more of. Now, again, this is the fund that seeks to provide current income. The fund invests in the component securities of the CSI Overseas China Internet Index. Our instruments have economic characteristics right now, which is nice. And moving down, we can see that similar to those of the index, it writes, sells covered call options, and it tends to invest in Crane shares, CSI, China Internet ETF. Very interesting. So again, covered call strategies are where the money's at, in my opinion. So I've been investing in quite a lot of those. And of course, we have the usuals like JEPI and JEPQ. As you can see right here, JEPI is definitely one in the portfolio. It has a yield of 10.34%. JEPI as well, $55 per share. I currently have 15.3 shares of that. And JEPQ, sorry I have to keep doing this, is another one right here that I am invested in also at $48.95 per share at the time of recording, 8.99% dividend yield. Currently hold 5.6 shares of this. So JEPQ's got some nice dividends coming in every single month. And obviously my biggest holding here is ExxonMobil, which again, I've had a total return of 102%. This is the reason why I loved covered calls. I should say not covered calls, but oil, because again, I invested during the pandemic and the stock price was like at $30 to $40. So again, I've insane returns. Current yield is at 3.44%. This is a quarterly dividend paying stock. So 105 for ExxonMobil, very, very bullish right there. Now, moving on, guys, of course, we have the standards XYLD, QYLD, HYLD as well. And just some funds here I just want to show you as well. SVOL, I'm getting very bullish on, $22.93 per share. Current yield is at 16.83% as well. I currently hold 56 shares of this as well, and it is a monthly dividend payer. Has been extremely steady with their dividends, which is really nice as well. And again, you can see the capital appreciation isn't going up in value that much. However, I'm receiving that in dividends, which is really good as well. So again, you can see that the dividends coming in right here. Let's go to the transactions. These are all my dividends right here in my buys. So it's really nice to see this, and this is what I love. Cash flow literally every single day. It is growing fantastic. Now let's go to my dividend tracking app, and we'll end up on this, guys. But again, I've got total $7,083 per year in income. I've got $590 a month. My daily obviously is $19 a day. Not complaining about that. The yield is at 8.83%, which is nice. Now I'm due to receive today dividends from BNS at 53 cents, which is nice. Top stocks in my portfolio, of course, we've got CLM, QYLD, USOI, ExxonMobil, SPHD, SVOL, RYLD, Enterprise Products Partners. I would avoid that like the plague. That one is a real problem because on these particular company, I should say this company, the US government has imposed a 30% tax on dividends. Stay away from it. remove it. Bito right here, O Realty and XYLD, AT&T, JEPI, CEFD, and RA. Some really nice funds there right there which provide cash flow. Now, I do have a goal of $100,000 a year at the moment. I've reached 7% of that. Dividends receivable this month is $286, which is fantastic. Now, if I go here to the portfolio, which again, it's just had an absolute moment. Here we go. The value in Australian dollars is 86K, so that's really nice as well. And if I scroll down to where I like to look at every single week is the 10-year period and forecast. This is going to be worth $286,000 in 10 years, and it will provide $36,000 in income per year, which is really nice, and it's going to help the family. Moving down, we have 20 years right here. It's going to be worth $2.1 million. It will generate $462,000 per year, which is really nice as well. Very, very nice. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, a bit of forecast and compounding. And of course, I've got the calendar right here, which basically says that I'm showing X amount, which I just showed you before. So guys, that is pretty much it for the dividend portfolio. And again, really, really nice to show this and demonstrate the power of compounding. This is why I'm bullish on cryptos, because once that crypto's gains gets up, I'm going to invest that into the stock market and generate cash flow every single month. And again, that is all in the Patreon, by the way. Go join up to that. But that is it. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. Join the Patreon link below. Follow me on social media. And I'll speak to everyone tomorrow. Peace out, guys. Bye.